We wanted to give the home office a refresh, and first on the list was to replace the old carpet with new floors. We decided to go with Malibu Wide Plank tongue and groove engineered hardwood for the high-quality craftsmanship of their floor options that offer rich color in a 2mm thick wood veneer layer. To begin this project, we removed all of the furniture from the room and began ripping up the carpet. We used pliers to pull up a corner of the carpet and a utility knife to cut the carpet and padding into manageable strips. After that, all of the staple strips, nails, staples throughout the room that were still stuck in the subfloor needed to be removed. Once all were pulled out, we did a good sweep of the room to make sure we had a nice clean surface to begin laying the floors. We chose the color French Oak Crown for our floors. Each box comes with planks of different lengths to ensure variability in the laying pattern, with the longest length being 74.81 inches. This product features an antique finishing and staining process for more vivid color and depth to accent each plank, as well as features a generous 2mm thick wood veneer layer. To begin the laying process, we first lay down a chalk line along the longest wall to ensure a perfectly straight first row, rather than just measuring from the wall, since we know that not all walls are perfectly straight themselves. We measured 1/2 inch for expansion plus the width of the board to lay the chalk line. Now to install the planks, we pulled from a few different boxes to ensure variability through the room as well as different lengths. We lined up the first board with the groove side along the chalk line with 1/2 inch gap at the wall. Using a pressurized nail gun angled along the tongue at approximately a 45-degree angle to connect to the next successive boards, the tongue on the top of the next board connects with the groove on the bottom of the last board. To align properly, we place a small wooden block along the tongue side of the next board and use the mallet to tap along the block to push the board into place. Because the tongue side can be a little brittle and can break, the small block allowed for the dispersion of forces along the tongue side, rather than just concentrated at a single point right on the board. We then nailed down the next board into place with nails within 1 to 2 inches of the ends. This process continued until the end of the row, where we used a miter saw to cut the end of the board, again measuring to leave an approximately 1/2 inch gap at the wall. Now with the second row and throughout the rest of the room, each successive board we aligned and tapped to fit snugly the tongue and grooves on the sides and tapped up to align the top and bottom grooves of the planks. At the door, we used a jam saw or oscillating tool to cut a small gap to allow the planks to slide underneath the door casing, and used a jigsaw to cut the board to match the pattern needed to go around the wall. We used a crowbar to very carefully push the planks into place in those tighter spaces at the wall where we couldn't fit the block. For the rest of the room, we ensured we altered the lengths of each board to create that variability in the laying pattern. Coming to the last piece, we chose to use liquid nails to adhere the plank to the subfloor and the surrounding planks, since we could not nail that piece into place. We finished the floor by installing a quarter round around the perimeter of the room. The finished product absolutely elevates the room. This elaborate finishing and staining process Malibu Wide Plank utilizes to finish the boards brings out that natural beauty of premium hardwood and creates such a warm and inviting feel to any space. We are thrilled with how this space came together and want to thank Malibu Wide Plank for sponsoring this video.